A Monument to Adam by Mark Twain. Someone has revealed to the Tribune that I once suggested to Reverend Thomas K. Beecher of Elmira, New York, that we get up a monument to Adam, and that Mr. Beecher favored the project. Well, there's more to it than that. The matter started as a joke, but it came somewhat near to materializing. Well, it's long ago, 30 years. Mr. Darwin's Descent of Man has been in print 5 or 6 years, and the storm of indignation raised by it was still raging in pulpits and periodicals. In tracing the genesis of the human race back to its sources, Mr. Darwin had left out Adam altogether. We had monkeys and missing links and plenty of other kinds of ancestors, but no Adam. Jesting with Mr. Beecher and other friends in Elmira, I said there seemed to be a likelihood that the world would discard Adam and accept the monkey, and that in course of time Adam's very name would be forgotten in the earth. Therefore this calamity ought to be averted. A monument would accomplish this, and Elmira ought not to waste this honorable opportunity to do Adam a favor and herself a credit. Well, then the unexpected happened. 2 bankers came forward and took hold of the matter, not for fun, not for sentiment, but because they saw in the monument certain commercial advantages for the town. Well, the project had seemed gently humorous before, but it was more than that now, with this stern business gravity injected into it. Well, the bankers discussed the monument with me. We met several times. They proposed an indestructible memorial to cost $25,000. Well, the insane oddity of a monument set up in a village to preserve a name that would outlast the hills and rocks without any such help, well, that would advertise Elmira to the ends of the earth, and draw custom. It would be the only monument on the planet to Adam, and in the matter of interest and impressiveness, could never have a rival until somebody should set up a monument to the Milky Way. People would come from every corner of the globe and stop off to look at it. No tour of the world would be complete that left out Adam's monument. Elmira would be a Mecca. There would be pilgrim ships at pilgrim rates, pilgrim specials on the continent's railways. Libraries would be written about the monument. Every tourist would Kodak it, and models of it would be for sale everywhere in the earth. Its form would become as familiar as the figure of Napoleon. One of the bankers subscribed $5,000, and I think the other one subscribed half as much, but I do not remember with certainty now whether that was the figure or not. We got designs made. Some of them came from Paris. In the beginning, well, as a detail of the project when it was yet a joke, I had framed a humble and beseeching and perverted petition to Congress, begging the government to build the monument, well, as a testimony of the great republic's gratitude to the father of the human race, and as a token of her loyalty to him in this dark day of humiliation, when his older children were doubting and deserting him. Well, it seemed to me that this petition ought to be presented now. It would be widely and feelingly abused and ridiculed and cursed, and it would advertise our scheme and make our ground floor stock go off briskly. So I sent it to General Joseph R. Harley, who was then in the House, and he said he would present it. But he did not do it. I think he explained that when he came to read it, he was afraid of it. It was too serious, too gushy, too sentimental. The House might take it for earnest. Well, we ought to have carried our monument scheme out. It would have managed without any great difficulty, and Elmira would now be the most celebrated town in the universe. Very recently, I began to build a book in which one of the minor characters touches incidentally upon a project for a monument to Adam. And now the Tribune has come upon a trace of the forgotten jest of 30 years ago. Well, apparently, mental telegraphy is still in business. It is odd, but the freaks of mental telegraphy are usually odd.